Good afternoon. Today we will see the point principle of cellular frequency reuse. Now, first we will see what is the basic principle behind the cellular frequency. So, in cellular concept, the frequencies which are allocated to the service are reused in regular pattern of the areas, which are called as a cells. What happened in cellular? What is the concept in cellular concept? The frequencies which are allocated to the service are reused in regular pattern of areas, and it is called as a cells. So each cell covered by one base station, and in mobile telephone nets these cells are usually hexagonal. So in radio broadcasting a similar concept has been developed, which is based on rhombic cell. Now, to ensure the mutual interference between the users, it remains below a harmful level. Adjacent cells use a different frequencies. So, in fact, a set of C different frequencies, that is F1.FC, these are used for each cluster of C adjacent cells. So, cluster pattern and the corresponding frequencies are reused in regular pattern over the entire service area. Now, the frequency reuse it is used by a service provider to improve the efficiency of a cellular network and to serve a millions of subscribers using a limited radio spectrum. So after covering a certain distance, a radio wave gets attenuated and the signal falls below a point where it can go no longer be used or cause any interference. So a transmitter transmitting in a specific frequency range will have only a limited coverage area. Also, beyond this coverage area, the frequency can be reused by another transmitter. So, the entire network coverage area is divided into the cell, which is based on the principle of frequency reuse. Now, the total bandwidth for the system is C times the bandwidth which is occupied by a single cell. So, covering a large geographic area with a limited amount of spectrum leads to the reuse of same frequency in multiple locations, and this leads to a co-channel interference consideration, meaning the interference from a different area or the cell which use the same frequency channel. So co-channel interference considerations are co-channel interference considerations are usually approached by considering the parameters. The first parameter is total number of RF channel available, which is given amount of spectrum and channel width detected by a technology standard. Then the second parameter is number of channels per cell, which reflect the system capacity at a given location. And the third one is the reuse factor, the number of cells that is represented to provide a coverage over a large area. So the reuse factor K is therefore an important parameter for the capacity, and the lowest reuse factor K is equal to 1, which maximizes the capacity, but this has to be balanced with interference consideration. Indeed, a higher reuse factor, that means K equal to 3, 4, 7 or higher value, it provides a more distance between the cell using the same frequency, which lowers the interference. Now, cell means what? It is a basic geographical unit of cellular network. Cell means it is a basic geographical unit of cellular network, which is the area around an antenna where a specific frequency range is used. So when subscriber moves to another cell, the antenna of the new cell takes over the signal transmission, and a cluster is a group of adjacent cells, usually 7 cells. So no frequency reuse is done within a cluster. Then the frequency spectrum is again divided into sub-band, and each sub-band is used within one cell of the cluster. Then in heavy traffic zone, the cells are smaller, which in isolated zones cells are larger. So what is the relation, or what is the interference and reuse? So the spectrum reuse causes interference. Qualifying them require us to consider how a signal propagates from one cell to another, and we will study a propagation model, but we need a few simple notations here. So if we assume a propagation model using a power path loss exponent as n, which is a model where power delay is 1 by r/n. Now r being the distance separating the transmit station from receiver, and this means that the ratio of received power to transmit power may be expressed as P r by Pt. The frequency reuse scheme have been proposed to improve a spectral efficiency and signal frequency reuse scheme have been proposed to improve a spectral efficiency and signal quality, and the different scheme provide a different trade-off between a resource utilization and Q0s. So uh, the cellular phone network use a cellular frequency use. In reuse, cellular frequency reuse, in cellular reuse concept, the frequencies are allocated to the service which are reused in a regular pattern of areas called as a cells. In cellular reuse concept, the frequencies are allocated to the service which are reused in a regular pattern of areas which is called as cells, and each covered by one base station. In mobile telephone nets, these cells are usually hexagonal, and to ensure that the mutual interference between users remain below a harmful level, adjacent cells use a different frequencies. However, in cells that are separated further away, frequencies can be reused. Three GPP long-term evaluation. Long-term evaluation means what? LTE. It is standard for a wireless communication to achieve high spectral efficiency, also high peak data rate, as well as flexibility in frequency and bandwidth. So by using the frequency reuse of one in LTE network, the high spectral efficiency is achieved. However, the inter-cell interference, that is ICI, it is resulted from the frequency reuse of one is a main limitation in this network. So fractional frequency reuse has been proposed as an inter-cell interference coordination technique in orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, that is OFDMA, which is based on LTE network. So the closest distance between the center of two cells using the same frequency but in different cluster, it is determined by the choice of the cluster size C and the layout of the cell cluster, and this distance is called the frequency reuse distance. So it can be shown that the reuse distance is normalized, that is RU is normalized to the size of each hexagon. In heavy traffic zone, the cells are smaller, while in isolated zones, cells are larger. Now, the design process of selecting and allocating channel groups for all of the cellular base station within a system is called frequency reuse or frequency planning. The design process of selecting and allocating a channel groups for all the cellular base station within a system is called frequency reuse or frequency planning. So cell labeled with same letter use same set of frequencies. Now cell shapes, there are different shapes of cell like circular, square, triangle and hexagon. But the hexagonal cell shape is conceptual and in reality it is irregular in shape. So here is a diagram or a cellular frequency reuse concept. So here the cells with same letter use the same set of frequencies and a cell cluster is outlined in a bold and replicated over the coverage area. So in this example the cluster size n which is equal to 7 and the frequency reuse factor is 1/7 since each cell contains 1/7 of the total number of available channels. Then in hexagonal cell model, the PS transmitter can be in a hexagonal cell model, the PS that is base station transmitter can be in the center of cell or on its three vertices. So centered excited cells use omnidirectional whereas edge excited cells use a directional antenna. So cellular system having S duplex channel, each cell is allocated K channel. So if S channels are allocated to N cells into a unique and disjoint channel, then a total number of available channel is S is equal to Kn. So in hexagonal cell model, the BS transmitter can be in the center of the cell or on its three vertices. The centered excited cells use omnidirectional, whereas edge excited cells use a directional antenna. Then cellular system having S duplex channel, each cell is allocated a K channel. If S channels are allocated to N cells into a unique and disjoint channel, then total number of available channel is S is equal to Kn. So N cells collectively using all the channels is called cluster, which is a group of adjacent cells. Now if if repeated m times, then capacity C of the system is C is equal to ms, and capacity of the system is directly proportional to the number of times cluster is repeated. So reducing the cluster size n while keeping the cell size constant, the more clusters are required to cover the given area and hence more capacity. So co-channel interference is dependent on the cluster size, and the large cluster size less interference and vice versa. So reducing the cluster size n while keeping the cell size constant, more clusters are required to cover the given area and hence more capacity. Now what is the formula for the frequency reuse? So the frequency reuse factor is given by 1 by n, and each cell is assigned a 1 by n of the total channel. Now the lines which are joining a cell and each of its neighbor are separated by a multiple of 60 degree. So certain cluster sizes and cell layout possible. The geometry of hexagon is such that the number of cells per cluster, that is n, it can only have values which satisfy the equation where n is cluster size and its value is typically 4, 7 or 12. Now here I and j are the integer. So for I equal to 3 and j equal to 2 and n equal to 19, the frequency reuse in cellular system require utilization of different methods for minimizing the interference, and one of the method is power control algorithm. So the technique for using a specified range of frequency more than once in the same radio system, so the total capacity of the system is increased, without increasing its allocated bandwidth, and the frequency reuse scheme require a sufficient isolation among the signal which use the same frequencies so that a mutual interference among them is controlled at an acceptable level. For satellite, frequency reuse can be achieved by using orthogonal polarization states for a transmission and or by using a satellite antenna became beams that serve a separate non-overlapping geographic region. So we can say that frequency reuse is the process of using same radio frequency or radio transmitter site within geographic area which are separated by a sufficient distance to cause a minimal interference with each other, and the frequency reuse allows for dramatic increase in the number of customers that can be served within a geographic area on a limited amount of radio spectrum. Now, the frequency band allocated for a cellular system can be reused with a different cluster, and a cluster is the configuration of cell over which the complete frequency band is divided, and this configuration of cell is repeated over and over. So the frequency reuse factor is defined as 1 over the number of cell in cluster. The frequency band which is allocated for cellular system can be reused with a different cluster, and a cluster is the configuration of cell over which the complete frequency band is divided, and this configuration of cell is repeated over and over. So the frequency reuse factor is defined as 1 over the number of cell in cluster of the system. So valid clusters are those which has result in 6 cell with the same frequency of particular cell located at equal distance from it. Now reuse factor in frequency reuse. The several cluster shapes with different frequency reuse factor are considered. So among them is the one cell frequency reuse cluster, that is frequency reuse factor is 1. That means the whole band of frequency of used in a cell and reused in each of the adjacent cell, because the same frequency is used in all cell, and high interference occur in this system, making it impractical. So another case where 3 cell frequency reuse cluster, that means frequency reuse factor is 3 here, where the allocated band is divided into 3 band and the 3 subbands are reused in an alternating fashion. So no neighboring cells have the same frequency in this configuration, resulting in it being the cluster with the least number of cells, which provide practical frequency reuse. Now reusing frequency by dividing the allocated band by a specific integer number of cells and assigning each cell one of the partitions and then repeating the assignment over and over produces a trade-off between a network capacity and a reception quality, as the capacity of network decreases with the number of division of spectrum over the cell. but the cells with similar frequency allocations are located further away, resulting in lower interference.